Shah, please respond. Tauseef Shah, again the question is on you. Because PDP has brought in this resolution at a time which comes just days after terror attacks and counter-terror operations and a spate of increases. So you've brought in this resolution on day one at a time when it was already given in the assembly. Omar Abdullah had said it, that the first session will see a resolution on this. So it was basically hijacking the cameras. Is that what it was? And instead the first day is just washed out.
Yeah, regarding the terror attacks, we have been already condemning it since last many days. But now let me reply back to Mr. Advocate.
But you did not think it was necessary to be brought in on the first day to be discussed?
Yeah, that was condoled. That was condoled by Mr. Waheed Para. If you can listen to his speech, the first word he uttered that we condole the demise of the army jawans, the people who were martyred in these attacks. Now coming back to Article 370, this is you have to understand this, that this is not something we have to be on the camera. We are already on the cameras. We have seen that whatever our party president member Mufti says becomes the 9 p.m. debate. So we don't need cameras. We don't need the flashlights. But this was something that we require to create the history. We had openly requested National Conference to pass the resolution in the first day, the first session of first new assembly of Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. We had requested Omar Abdullah to do it by through your channels, through media, through newspapers, but they are putting a blind eye to it. They are speaking about the statehood. Now, let me clearly tell you that if we get 370 back, statehood would automatically come
Dr.
back.
Abhijit, Dr. Abhijit Jasrotia, my last question to you, Dr. Abhijit Jasrotia. NC has opposed what PDP has said, saying it is just showmanship. But both have said one thing, and that is abrogation of Article 370, return of statehood, is critical in every sense. These two issues are extremely critical. So, Dr. Abhijit Jasrotia, this assembly sessions are largely going to be full of this. And not just the assembly sessions, the functioning of the government is largely going to be around this. If this is going to be your response in the assembly, if this is the kind of ruckus that the assembly is going to be seeing, how is the assembly going to function anytime?
Let me tell you, first of all, we are there. In case if something positive is there and you are going to talk about something constructive in Jammu and Kashmir, we are with you. But let me clarify one thing to you. Both the panelists were saying that people of Kashmir rather have voted against Article 370. Let me tell you one thing. They're the single largest party which has, after this voter turnout, it was Bharatiya Janata Party. We have scored more than 1.5 lakh votes, more than National Conference. So that means the maximum people were against this Article 370. Now talking about PDP, you can very well understand how come it was a vote for them. They have squeezed out, even they have achieved the 10% of what votes what they have achieved last time. And talking about National Conference, you can very well understand. They also know very well that it's never going to come back. So for photo op, may it be NC, may it be PDP, all are heading towards the same.
Okay, I'm totally out of time. But Dr. Abhijit Jasrotia, as well as Tauseef Shah and Advocate Ahmed Ayaz, thank you for joining us. The truth remains, we leave you with these visuals of what happened in the assembly. This is what happened on day one as a very important session was set to begin amid unprecedented increase in terror and counter-terror operations after a gap of a long period in Jammu and Kashmir. But the assembly first day was a complete washout as the political opponents within the assembly refused to see eye to eye and bring the people's issue to the core of it or even discuss what matters to the people the most.